Which velocity time graph below represents the motion of a ball which is thrown vertically upwards and returns to the thrower 3 seconds later? Let us draw a diagram to depict this. So we have a ball which is thrown vertically upwards. Let's say from the point P, the ball goes up until it reaches a maximum height, and that is the point where the velocity becomes zero for a moment. So the ball is at instantaneous rest. After that, the ball will start falling back towards the same point. So the ball starts falling downwards, and then it crosses the same point after a time of 3 seconds, because that is given in the question. This question is extremely simple. All we need to be careful of is the sign convention. So if you are using the sign convention that all the velocities which are going up, those are positive, which would mean all the velocities going down will be negative. Now initially the ball was thrown up, that means the velocity is upwards, hence the sign of velocity needs to be positive. Let me repeat. When the ball is going up, the sign of the velocity to be positive, and when the ball is coming down, the sign of velocity will be negative. So both positive and negative signs should be there in the velocity time graph. If we look at option A, this entire graph is completely above the x-axis, which means velocity is always positive. And that is why option A can be discarded, because the actual situation is initially the velocity is positive and then it becomes negative. Because the actual situation is initially the velocity is positive, it becomes zero for a moment, and then the velocity becomes negative. Similarly, in option B, you can see the graph is completely above the x-axis, which means velocity is always positive. Hence, option B is also incorrect. In option C, the opposite is happening. The entire graph is below the x-axis, which means velocity is negative always. That also does not satisfy what we require. So even option C is incorrect. That would mean option D is the right answer. But let us analyze. If you look at the first half of this line, it is above the x-axis, which means velocity is positive. And in the second half of the graph, this line is below the x-axis, which means the sign of velocity is negative. Only in option D, it suggests that the ball is going up and then coming back down. And that is why option D is the right answer. Here we have been given a velocity time graph and we are supposed to draw the corresponding acceleration time graph. So remember the basic logic. The slope of a velocity time graph gives us the value of instantaneous acceleration. But this entire graph, let's divide into parts. So from 0 to 2 seconds, if you consider this graph, which is a horizontal straight line, gradient of a horizontal straight line is always 0, which means the value of acceleration from 0 to 2 seconds will be 0. Let us try to depict that in an acceleration time graph. So from 0 to 2 seconds, the value of acceleration is 0 because the gradient is 0. Now consider the graph from 2 to 3 seconds, which is this graph. To find the value of acceleration, all we need to do is find the gradient or the slope of this line. So how do we do that? We would need the coordinates of these 2 points. So this coordinate will be 2, 5 and this coordinate will be 3, 10. So first of all, let me label the points. This is 3, 10 and the point on the left will be 2, 5. And then we will use the gradient formula y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So the gradient of this line would be, let's write 10 minus 5 divided by 3 minus 2. And if we solve this, we will get 5 upon 1, which is equal to 5, which means the value of acceleration from 2 to 3 seconds will be 5. And let me write down the unit also, 5 meters per second square. Let me depict that in the graph also. So from 2 to 3 seconds, the value of acceleration is 5. And why is the acceleration constant throughout 2 to 3 seconds? Because the graph itself is a straight line and the gradient for all straight lines is always a constant. Now, coming to the third part, from 3 to 4 seconds, we need to find the gradient of this line. So, coordinate of this point is 3, 10, and the coordinate of this point will be 4, 0. So, first of all, let me label this point 4, 0. Let's try to figure out the gradient of the line y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So, we'll write 0 minus 10 divided by 4 minus 3, which if you solve, we'll get negative 10 as the answer. Hence, the value of acceleration from 3 to 4 seconds is minus 10 meters per second square. Let us depict that in the graph. So, from 3 to 4 seconds, the value of acceleration is negative 10. Coming to the last part of the graph from 4 to 10 seconds, let us find the gradient of this line. So, one coordinate is 4, 0 and the coordinates of this point will be 10, negative 3 since it is below the x-axis. So, let me write down 10 comma negative 3. And let's try to find the gradient of this line using the y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 formula. So the gradient will be negative 3 minus 0. So let me write down minus 3 minus 0 divided by x2 minus x1, which is 10 minus 4. If we solve this, we will get negative 3 upon 6, which is equal to negative zero point 0.5. Hence, we can say the value of acceleration from 4 to 10 seconds is negative zero point 0.5 meters per second square. And let us try to depict that in the graph. So from 4 to 10 seconds, the value of acceleration is negative zero point 0.5. And that is how we draw the acceleration time graph from a velocity time graph.